Today we're at the magical Bear Mountain Disc Golf Course, the #3 course in Colorado, but it used to be my favorite. That was the first time that I played it last year. I want to see if this is still my favorite after having played so many courses in this Course Quest series. Almost all the mountain courses are done. The highest rating I've given out is in the low 9s, and I'm hoping that this course lives up to my expectations of it, because when I first played here, this became my favorite course in the mountains. Hole 1 starts out right down there. And one of the reasons I loved this place was that there seemed to be so much different mountain disc golf terrain. You'd play through aspen groves, you'd play through tight trees, you'd play a little bit open, you'd play down hills, you'd play so many different types of shots. 22-hole course, 4.8 rated on UDisc. As a part of the Course Quest series, I'm trying to play all the courses before I move out of the state in December, but these are all the awards that this course has won just in the last few years. A $10 pay to play, you gotta call or text Dan, who is the owner out here. Very friendly guy. Also has a shop on site, which is pretty clutch, and he uses a bunch of different baskets. A par 66, so actually no par 4s, all par 3s, 6,300 feet, par rating 195 on UDisc. And in this series, if I don't shoot 250 rated, I put a disc in the bounty bin. That being said, let's get onto the course. Straight down the hill here, 374 feet. Looks like a nice forehand. Forged interval, a little bit of wind. Par's not bad, but I'm probably gonna have to shoot better than 8 or 9 down to shoot 250 rated. A little short, but solid start. I was gonna see what my last score was, and it looks like it was 9 down, which is 251, so let's try to shoot 10 and beat my old self. The 2 courses ahead of this place on UDisc are Beaver Ranch, which I've already played, but that course is actually only #2. They've been #1 for a long time, but a recent addition, Bucksnort Disc Golf Course, very private, very exclusive, is one of the last 5 that I'll have to play, and that's the #1 course in Colorado, according to UDisc. I played it one time, it's pretty sweet, but we'll have to see if it's any better than this, because I really love this place. Circle 2 putt to start. I feel like there's enough birdies out here that I don't need to force these, so I'm gonna try to play smart, smooth golf today. That almost popped out, but that felt really clean. Twicer's luck. Oh my gosh! These tile T signs are really beautiful, and on top of that, they have these, which show you where you're going. It looks like we're going to A, 153. Doesn't tell you which basket you're going to, but UDisc does. A course like this is super cool too, because Dan, who owns this place, it's at his house, at his property. He put a disc golf course up here that you can just come and play, which is inviting people into your space in a way that I don't think many, myself included, would be very comfortable with. So I have a lot of respect for that. Forehand looks like the play, because you get through this gap, you got 1 twig to worry about instead of trees. Okay, I really like this chicane, but I think I'm gonna go back to the one that's been in this mountain bag for a long time and stop trying to force that one. I like the low backhand, and I don't know why, but if it's an upshot, I like throwing my PA3 over my Watt, even though they fly very similar. But I feel like I hit gaps better with base plastic. I don't really know what it is. Gotta change that order. That way I don't use that chicane anymore. Ah. Hole 3, basket right over there. T-pad right here. Right around 318 feet. You can go right down this path and skip up, or go over everything, which is a little lamer, but much safer. So I think I'm gonna do that. Especially when you got the broadbird. Just throw a touch of flex over these aspens here, the nice golden trees. Let it dive down. Not quite the shot I expected when I wanted to throw the easy line. You don't want to bogey hole 3. The wind is coming out. Said it was going to be a windy day today. Wasn't quite lying too much. We got straight headwind here. This says 354. It looks a touch farther than that. Yeah, it's 354. Yeah. I'm glad I check things, but I should just listen sometimes. I think this might actually be a great one for this dynasty, because we do have a little headwind. So I would throw the Sphinx on like a hyzer flip up, but here I can just kind of rip it hard, let the wind turn it a bit and have it fade. Oh my gosh. Good bit of user error there. Didn't quite throw it flat enough. Good to know. I'm kind of chucking on hyzer today. Makeable putt though. I don't know what's happening with the putter. I'm not gonna question it though. Twicer's luck. No questions asked here, just appreciation. Looks like hole 5's got a couple different positions. We got this one, 5A, and 5B. Just a little closer. Could be a nice forehand, basically throw it at that leaning tree and try to get left side of it so it skips back right. If it goes inside, it still probably skips forward. If it hits it, that stinks. But I guess the putter's working from anywhere except for 10 feet. So as long as I don't put it that close, we're good. I was like, what's watching me? And it was her. Hey lady, you wanna watch me throw this shot? You keep eating. I hope it's good for you. This shot, I'm sure the grass is good for you. I don't hate the interval. I think I like the Conqueror more because I want to flex it into the wind. And with the wind beating it down, this is overstable enough that it'll probably fight out of it, whereas something else might not. Inside the tree, didn't hit it. Skip forward, nice. Probably a little short. That's interesting. Seems like the plan's coming together. Missed inside. And I'm kind of surprised it didn't flare a little too far. Got an inside the circle putt. These baskets are springy. Hey, I want to let you know if you guys like this jersey that I'm wearing. It's my signature jersey with Cardinal this year. I feel like any Cardinal jersey, you can use code Bodanza, get yourself 10% off. But if you want this one, you can also do the same thing. And either way, it'll support me. I just really like the jersey. They came out great this year. Feel very comfortable. They do run like a half size small. So I'm typically wearing mediums, sometimes larges if I want to feel big, even though I'm 5'6". But I wear small, and that fits the best for me in this. Some would argue that means if it's true to size, but those are my haters. 262, but super uphill. Want a little bit of flip. This is also 169, so slightly lightweight. Just throw it flat to hyzer right at the right side of the gap, because the upgrade of the hill is gonna help it to finish a little left. Smooth, not hard. Pretty good, maybe a touch short, but pretty good. This shot definitely is an argument for throwing a slightly more overstable disc flat to flex, because on hyzer, if you're trying to hyzer flip it up the gap, if it never gets to flat like this one didn't, it's always moving towards the ground on that angle, whereas a flat or slightly flex shot is moving up a little bit, just the way that the glide works on it. So they come up a little short. Good shot though. I'm just catching my breath talking about silly flight physics and hoping that it's scientifically correct. Uh-oh. I was aiming high, right? So I missed my spot by like an inch or two high, but that's a good sign. I'm still putting where I want to. There we go. Oh my gosh. Dude, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, that sucks. Little perfect putt, little perfect putt. Could you argue that it came in with too much speed? Yes, but I'd say you're wrong. At least I'm all over it. Easy double, easy double. The course knew I was putting well today. Had to up the ante. I appreciate that. I'll still beat you, bud. I'll still get you. All right, we got another one going straight uphill. Shorty looks like this time though, around 200 feet. Oh, good tree. That was a little too fadey. Man. It's like, you want that birdie, don't you? You guys cool if I throw through real fast? Oh, yeah. Thank you. There's turkeys over there? Yeah. Oh my. Oh shit. That's a lot of them, holy cow. She got easy pickings over there. Uh-oh. Kick left. Okay. Did you get one? Yeah, dang. I'm always under the false impression that a chicane's gonna turn for me, and it never has. I don't know why I'm so silly, but hey, good news, I'm way outside the circle. So that means, oh, and this is the RPM basket, so this one will actually catch if I put it close. All right, got a little comebacker here. Not what you want. Hey, the basket caught it. Those are guaranteed spit outs. No, they're not. I gotta stop thinking like that because I'm gonna play on those baskets more and that'll really hinder my putting. Even through 8 holes means I have 14 to play. I can get 4 pars and no bogeys to beat my previous score. Of course, the idea is just to play my best and that'll give me the best chance of doing that. But that's the situation. I'm gonna try not to think about it much and just play my game. This one, I think we're going over the hill. A decent amount of gap shots and tricky holes left, but it's all good. Oh, I think there's a new tee pad. Hole 9, 255. I'm gonna start being smart and not just try to chuck my chicane on every hole. Because I can get it there, I'm gonna throw the disc that has held the series on its little circular booty. Broadbird, forehand, through the gap, money. Might be a better decision to do that. Let's go. Don't even need a putt on this one. Thank goodness. Hole 10 is a tricky looking guy. We're kind of in between these 2 trees. You can barely see the 10 through there. Looks like there's another position or 2 on this hole. And there's kind of a gap. You see the small tree right in the middle of that gap? I think if you get just inside of it, flipping up, pretty money. Doesn't seem to be simple. I know I need a lot of birdies. I'm okay with the par on this one, I think. No bogeys though. Hey, par hole, we're chilling. Ooh, that looks nice. Forehand. Actually, that's the most wide open. Nice. Don't try to overthink it. I'm telling that to me. Probably some of you. I know there's some overthinkers out there. But unfortunately, I am the king. I'm gonna chance it. I'm gonna chance it. Soft enough, thank goodness. Whew. Super shorty, definite ace run hole. I'm very glad I waited. Wait, it shows the main pad down there somewhere. Maybe we're right on it actually. This says 188. It's showing a tee pad down there, which is nowhere to be found. Here's the actual tee pad, and this looks quite short. Definitely going ace run hole. Hopefully get it first time, either chicane or MD5. I had the other chicane. Man, if I can get this and jumpstart my round a bit, that'd be clutch. Either way, a birdie would be really nice. We're going chicane. Keep it simple. Dude. That would have been the worst thing I've ever done in my entire history of disc golf career ever. Good thing I can make up for it by throwing a good ace run here. Banana. Too much. Dude, that's like my worst ace run hole. I guess too good. I wish I could cut that, but hopefully I don't par this one. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Woo. Hole 12, basket perched up on the mound. I think I remember playing here last time. It was maybe a year and a half ago, and it was not in this position. I don't remember exactly where it was, but now we have a tail right to left. Seems like the forehand plays, but you don't want to go long right. I mean, it says 350. It does not look that far. No, it's probably about 330-ish. I would say broadbird, but I think actually I'm going to throw the Island Emperor, this new one, on a forehand, slight hyzer. Let it do a little bit of flip, but throw it wider than I think because the wind's going to help push it back to the right. And that's the slip. That sucks. I was a little worried about that. Probably should have checked my putting first, but the good news is I believe I saw it hit and sit somewhere over here. Oh man, I can barely see the basket from down here. Okay, headwind. So I try to really just loft it up there. It's gonna take it. So I think hyzer putt's a little safer in terms of driving it up the hill. Sit. That's so lucky. Wow. I hit a part of that rock that should never let it sit up there, but I'm parked. Course gave me one for that slip on the tee pad, and I can appreciate an honest course. Yikes. Par. Basket right over there. A couple ways to attack it. We got a big left-right wind here. It's gonna help push you down the hill. I really don't hate the broadbird. I was thinking a turnover backhand with the Watt, especially since we haven't birdied with it yet, but I don't like that branch that's leaning out over there, so I'd rather throw it wide of that bush. I'm a little worried about a roll away, but I'll chance it for an easier fairway hit. Oh, sit. Oh, sit. Oh, the roll away could have been a lot worse. I still got a putt. Oh, man. Par town, it is. That means one more par. Oh, what? No. Oh. I should probably go get that. That means one more par to beat my score. Two more to tie. And 250, whew, looking at a little out of reach. It's time to lock in. 272, up the hill, right to left wind. Robert. I was almost so scared. Hole 15, 396, one hole until my favorite on the course. We're gonna play the long pad and the short pad on that one, because I think the short pad is the one that's like the actual layout. The long pad is a beast of a hole. This basket is blind off the tee. We got a left to right wind, so it's kind of pushing this way, meaning that it's gonna smack down a hyzer. We can see the basket now, kind of straight through there. Right there. Sorry for all the wibble wobbles. So basically just in front of that big pine tree. Also, if that's a conifer and that's not technically a pine, I'm not a tree guy. So with the wind pushing this way, I want something that's gonna be stable, because the wind's gonna smack it down a little bit, but it can't go too far. I'm almost debating just throwing the Broadbird. It's 396. I think I'm actually just gonna do that. Conqueror's safer, but Broadbird skips less. Broadbird's the MVP. We're throwing it. It's a little slower, so I can throw it a little harder without worry of it going long. Kind of like that. I think that's good. If it goes. Oh, I think that's really good. It landed exactly where I wanted it to. Well, I think I made the right choice, as you can see that little pinky boy down there. Money, money, money. So this basket, all the way down the hill, right down there, pretty much a straight tailwind. This is the maxi pad, 660 feet. Not actually, that's when it was in the aspens way down there. I believe he said that that was his neighbor's property. And so now it's on his, kind of straight down the hill and then to the left. This is not the pad that we're officially playing, but I have to at least try it. 455 is gonna be the pad that we play, but this one, 553. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna throw it the Dynasty. Oh my gosh. That thing skipped 40 feet behind the basket, right in line with the basket. All right, right down there to 16. Then I gotta go collect all the discs that I shanked there. 455 they call it, but it looks like it's actually in the B, because I think the other one was still on the other property, so. It's only about 370. So I think this is actually the time to throw the chicane, mostly because I threw the Broadbird down the hill already. Chicane being a little straighter, but still overstable, I can kind of throw at the tree line and let the wind fade it slowly. Just sit. Hey, we got a putt. Don't ever lose something on that tee pad. You never want to have to walk all the way back up there. Well, I heard the battery die just as the putt left my hand, and it's sitting at the bottom of the basket, but I'll make this one. Just so you know, Mr. Battery. I promise I made. Birdie. And I was able to find all the discs that I threw except for one, because I definitely didn't throw my whole bag. Yes, I did. I'm lying. Absolute dream hole. Beauty. Right down the hill. The wind that we have here is kind of pushing this way, similar to the last hole, of course. Ooh, that looks stormy coming in. You can kind of tell with all the aspen leaves. Ah, man, I was gonna throw the Watt, and I think I still will, because I don't think the wind is gonna do too much down this tunnel. The Watt has not really had its time to shine yet today, so I'm gonna kind of throw it on hyzer, just aiming to the right of that pole, have it flip up, hopefully just go straight forever. Kind of like that. Go in, go in, go in, go in, go in, go in. Oh, right off the middle cage. What a shot. I'm so stoked on that. Look how beautiful this pathway is, just covered in golden aspen leaves. I feel like I'm in a disc golf fairy tale. And I'm hopefully not making you too dizzy, because I'm dizzy. Whoa. Okay then. Oh man, what a drive. That is drive of the week for me. First round of the week, don't tell anybody. Okay, I'm kind of coming around on the score. I haven't thought about it much, but it's working out. Hole 18, this says 242. Looks a little longer than that. Sounds like the C position, which is 340 according to this. Very similar to the last hole. Same idea, just instead of hyzer flip at the right gap, try to throw flat at the left side and let it work its way down there. That's a pretty shape. That's a good tree too. That might have been going way too long. Okay, we gotta look. What that shot and the previous hole showed me is something I've been thinking about a little bit recently, which is, or like the better I play, the more I'm thinking about guiding the disc rather than forcing it. Like I could have been like, man, I need to throw this on this angle. I really tried to rip it flat there, but instead I try to just think about the power that I need to throw it on and then just put it on the line and guide it down the fairway and trust that the disc will do the work. The more I trust the disc, the less I feel pressure on the tee pad. I don't know if that will be helpful for anyone else, but I've noticed trying to guide the disc rather than throw the disc or like power the disc has been helpful for me. Even on like farther throws, because I notice my timing tends to sync up a little better when I'm trying to guide rather than trying to force or power. Push it a touch long, but circle twos felt great today. Let's keep it up. Catch the putt, buddy. You got this. Oh, I gotta give you a putt to catch, my bad. That stinks. That was a good throw to have that result, but I'm fine with the par. Not much I can do about it. Okay, 300 feet, and I'll be honest with you, going uphill, I'd want to throw the wad again, but I don't love this wind kind of coming down. And so I think I'm actually gonna try to throw the broadbird through this offset gap here on some turn. Actually, I'm gonna throw the conqueror. Oh, that was not the idea. Oh my gosh, I just did not notice these guys in the middle of the fairway. I was like 50 feet away when they stood up. Hey, buddies. I'm grateful that it was female mule deer and not moose or anything. Holy cow, that was so close. Long look at it. To get to my 10, I gotta run this. To get to 9, I can lay it up, which I think 9 is around 250. I've been making good putts. I can give this a nice run, and I can make the comebacker if I need to. No need, a good layup, I guess. Well, without an ace, looks like 9's the best I can do. Tie my old self, but it's not given. Tough holes coming up. Straight, touch of fade. Chicane looks like the best bet. And if we can get the 380 foot downhill hole, better be able to get the 180 footer. Woo. Guide it through the gap, baby. Money. Going way back up the hill. I think it's only about 220 feet. Interestingly, it's showing that to be the main, this to be the alt, but that one says alt and this one says main. Interesting shape of the gap here. It actually looks like a forehand plays pretty well. Little left to right wind. I actually really like the forehand. Just something overstable, gets past that V tree, or you throw beyond the V tree to the left. But trying to kind of get skinny inside of it, I don't love, so I would throw the MD5, but I learned my lesson when I chose to throw the broadbird instead of the chicane. So we're gonna do that again. Or just hit the V tree. Not the plane. Where's the putt? There's the putt. It is definitely interesting. I've noticed such a scattering of tee signs and baskets all over, with the only real rhyme or reason being UDisc mostly lining up with the tee pads, and then them not saying alt on it, them having duct tape on it now, which is written on, and then them all having the number signs on top of them. So that's how I've known which baskets to play to. They've also had those little stone or tile on most of the true tee pads, but there's so many random baskets out here. There's gotta be like 50 baskets at least. It's a big putt for me. I don't think 8 down does it, but 9 does. Well, ace last, so I'll get to 9. Otherwise, I hope that the course got harder since I played it last, and 8 down is 250 rated. Otherwise, this going in the bounty bin. Again, for the 3rd time in a row. And I'll have to break the streak at the next video. I can't keep getting this close and not getting it. Hole 22, final hole here. Before we get to finishing the hole and getting the score and seeing where it is you disgraded, and if I do have to put a 3rd consecutive disc in the bounty bin from the series, let's do the scorecard. For cost, I'm gonna give it only $1 sign. I think well worth the value. You play through a lot of really cool holes. I do think shot shaping is a 3.5. I'd love for there to be par 4s. I think if you played the maxi pad, that would add probably a half stroke alone, in my opinion. Some similar shapes back to back in a lot of the holes, but overall, decent variety for sure. A lot of putters, mids, and some fairways for me, but I know that this course would challenge a lot of drivers from a lot of people too. For the X factor, I think for sure, the downhill holes, just playing through so many seeming different terrains. You're going through tight woods, you're going downhills, you're going at these rocky areas at the end here. I really enjoy coming out here. But for the accessibility, I think I'll have to give it a 2. I don't think it's bad at all. I think you can play a lot of holes. I think that the dirt tee pads do take away from that because I was slipping on some of them, and if they were not dirt, I think it would add a little bit more, but I think 2 is pretty good. And for amenities, I think I'm gonna have to give it, honestly, like a 2.5 or so. I think the baskets are not my favorite baskets in the world. This is an old school course, so it could make sense. I think the tee pads would be really nice to have not dirt tee pads, or at least more level dirt tee pads, but overall, for a course maintained by Dan at his house, I think this place is pretty special. So my overall Bonanza certified score, a 7.2. I thought it would be my favorite still, honestly. I was really excited to come back. Maybe those expectations did lean into it a little bit, but its rating in terms of Colorado is relatively fair. I think it's definitely a top 5 course. I don't know exactly where I would put it yet. Maybe I'll have to do that ranking after I've played all the courses. I have no doubt that it'll continue to get better, and when I come back into town, I'll definitely, if I have the time, be back here to play, because this place is pretty great, but you'll be able to see the overall scores for all the courses that I've played so far on the leaderboard after I finish this hole, and hopefully finish 250 or above. Hopefully you guys are way up there so you can see the beauty of a hole-in-one. I would say Broadbird, but I think I want a little more glide, so we're gonna throw the Bonanza Dynasty, try to get the first Bonanza ace. Throw it right at that beautiful aspen tree. Dude, what am I doing? That's not finishing strong. That's finishing weak. Oh, probably bounty bin. Not the round I was looking for, but I blame hole 6's basket entirely for missing that par putt and causing me to double bogey. Of course, none of this is ever the disc golfer's fault. Let's see where we finished at a 7 under par. Solid pick me up after that double, kind of got it turned around. I'm gonna guess 237. 227. Oh, I would have had to shoot like 10 or 11. Okay, that's good to know. Not the best round, but the disc is going in the bounty bin. And this time it's actually gonna be the Seablend Exodus, which has been in the bag, because I'm gonna replace it with this Dynasty. Similar slots, both straighter fairway drivers, but I'm just not a 7-speed guy. I don't know why. I've tried to get along with it, but I think I chose this disc where I would have thrown that one before, and I felt more confident with it. Don't look at hole 18 and that terrible ace run, but we're putting the Bonanza Dynasty in the bag for the Exodus, which you can win by coming and beating my score at any of the courses that I've already played. Bounties will be listed in the description below, and those will stay open until they are claimed. If you want to check out the rest of the series, check it out right down there. And this is the full leaderboard. I really love this property out here. Well worth the trip if you're in the area, especially a great one to play with buddies. But if you come, just like yell at hole 6 for me, okay? I might never get over that. Spit out. I felt like that was the perfectest putt in the entire history of the world, and then it was 500 feet away. All right, that's all the complaining I can do about that. I'm over it. See you in the next one. Bye.